Hey guys, welcome to the channel, welcome to the blog. This is Car Connections. Make sure you subscribe. How is Tesla squeezing the EV market? And I'm going to share with you guys, and their strategy is super smart. Built the foundation early, over 10, 12 years ago to get to this moment. First thing that Tesla has over its competition is they're charging zero markups. That is huge in today's world. You can literally see it on the news every single day. Some of the vlogs or followers that you guys currently visit, you're gonna see that Ford, GM, and many other manufacturers are charging stupid markups. I'm talking about $15,000, $20,000, $30,000 above asking. And that gives Tesla a huge competitive advantage. Why? Because the price you see is the price you get. There is no other markups. You literally put a $250 deposit online and your car in the color you want, it's on its way. Now, the overall car buying experience is epic. I had the opportunity to actually witness this myself. I owned a Tesla Model 3 Performance about a year and a half ago. And I've bought a lot of cars, guys, and I'm telling you, it is the fastest and most easiest transaction possible. This is literally, I was in there for about maybe 5-10 minutes, used their finance, showed up to the dealership, gave them my ID, and I forgot some other pieces, and I was in and out in about 10 minutes. I am telling you guys, that is not very common in traditional car buying experiences. As you guys know, some of you guys have felt the pain of that. There's people that will spend the whole day at a dealership trying to get a favorable price. And what they're trying to do, tire you out. So at the end of the day, you kind of give up and you're like, okay, I'll just take it the way it is. Being able to sell straight to the consumer is a huge advantage to Tesla. Customer doesn't have to put up with all that shenanigans and let me talk to my manager and all those things that you would feel as a buyer that creates a very painful experience for you, which we all know, we all hate that. This is a big one, guys, so sit back. They have really, really good infrastructure. So they're ahead of the competition. You could literally drive from one side of the country to the other and be perfectly fine with no issues. And not only do they have the infrastructure, which is huge, the second piece they have within that infrastructure is a seamless experience when charging. See, the competition not only is backed up, some don't even have it, so they're having to leverage third-party supplier, hint, Electrify America. The experiences at these locations, guys, are not the best. When you compare that to Tesla, and again, I'm talking from experience, you literally, it's plug and play. You show up, you plug it in, everything is safe, it recognizes the car, and you're charging. And within 20, 30 minutes, you're fully charged and you're on your good way. The other reason they lead in the tech industry, for sure. You know, they are a leader when it comes to tech. Again, I'm talking from experience. I've actually owned a Tesla, so I know exactly how it works. They offer over-the-air updates, which is extremely seamless. And they actually give you features in the car where you don't have to pay extra. Play games out of it. You can entertain your family out of it. And not only that, I'm just talking about entertainment, but the technology that it gives you, not only from, you know, the technology that's in front of you, but the things it's capable of doing. It's incredible. It is best in class technology, and there's nobody else even close to Tesla when it comes to tech. The thing you got to think about is Tesla is considered a premium vehicle. A lot of people will try to compare it to, say, the Mach-E or the Ioniq 5 or 6. You know, Tesla is considered a premium vehicle. And when I mean by premium, it means that it's in a different class, such as a BMW. What does that do? Unlike, say, a Mach-E, where it might come with 3 years, a bumper-to-bumper warranty. Tesla comes with 4-year, 50,000-mile warranty. So that's the next thing that Tesla is doing to squeeze the market. Another thing that you're gonna like, that especially as you get older, you tend to care about a little bit more, especially as a lot of you guys that follow the channel might start to have your own family, is you're gonna care about safety of your car. And Tesla has best-in-class safety. I won't go into all the safety features it does, but all you have to do is look at its IAH ratings, and it's considered best in class in its industry, not only for the Model Y, Model 3, but also for the Model X and S. All of them have top safety picks, period. There's another point. EV automakers right now that are competing against Tesla are actually losing money, minimum up to $20,000 per unit sold. So hold on, what you're telling me is if I go and buy another EV, they're gonna wanna charge me a markup, which Tesla doesn't do. On top of that, you don't have the infrastructure. Oh, and also you don't have the same technology. Some of those competitors, because it's not made in the US, you might not qualify for the full tax rebate. Right now, depending on the car you select, will qualify for its full tax credit. Some of the competition, especially if it's not made in the US, will not qualify for that. So that's a huge advantage. So now I'm getting a better car, better infrastructure, better tech, better range at a cheaper price. And again, as I keep on giving you all these examples, you could see how Tesla strategically is squeezing its competition. Now, we're just talking a little bit about price and how they're extremely competitive. And on top of that, we're squeezing the market. Tesla just lowered their price. What are we, April the 10th or 11th today? And just recently, they've lowered their price even more. On top of all the things I just shared with you guys, they're continuing to even lower the price. What does that do, guys? It makes the average shopper that was looking for an EV, as they start to compare apples to apples against the competition, from overall customer experience to safety rating to tech to infrastructure to range, I mean, you name it, Tesla starts to squeeze the market, and it funnels that customer literally to their brand, because there is no other brand that can pretty much compete. Other thing that Tesla has that a lot of the competition doesn't have, a fantastic base model. They have a Model 3 now that's pushing around $41,000, $42,000. And with the federal tax credit, which it qualifies for all, I mean, you're literally getting a Tesla for $34,000, $33,000 with the infrastructure, warranty, and everything I just discussed. What a bang for the buck, guys. Last thing I'm going to talk about, which a lot of people don't talk about this one because people just focus on the car. But what happens when you buy an EV car like the Mach-E or the Ioniq, or you can go on and on, right? I had a really good experience when I had my Ioniq 5 that, as you guys know, I sold. Only specific service locations within Houston are allowed to work on that car. And what do I mean? There's certain trained technicians that are allowed to touch those cars. Every other person there is trained to just manage ICE cars, not EV cars, and they can't touch them. And so it could take, some of these places 2-3 weeks before they can even start working on your car. Why is that important, guys? Is when you have an issue with your car, you want to make sure you have the reliability that the car will get fixed. Tesla has great service locations all throughout the United States, and they also have parts. But when you compare that to the competition, you're gonna have a much better outcome. Well, there you go, guys. I know I just shared a lot. I think it's important for you guys to know that this is basically something that I truly believe Tesla has been building, right? Not only were they building the EV car pretty much before anybody else, and what I mean by that is they went all into it, right? And now they're profitable, and now they're able to lower the cars. When you just look at all the different things I just discussed, a shopper is out looking and shopping for these cars. They're going to see the writing on the wall, guys. They're going to see that there's no other manufacturer, especially in the EV space, that's going to be able to compete with Tesla. I mean, if you were a shopper and it hits all these check boxes and you're comparing it against a competition, it's going to be very, very difficult. Well, comment down below, guys. Tell me what you guys think. I mean, it's just, you can see how the market is getting squeezed. I mean, by Tesla, especially in the EV space. And they're pushing themselves all the way over to ICE vehicles. They are. Again, when you start comparing an ICE vehicle against a regular electric vehicle, especially when it comes to service, reliability, night and day. So if you're out there shopping, guys, let me know what you guys think. I'm sure some of you guys are shopping out there for EV cars, and you're kind of looking at all the things I just shared, and it all starts to kind of make sense. Does Tesla have the best styling? Do they need to update it? It's been a long time since they updated any of their models. You know, that formula still is working. They're still selling a ton of cars. Allegedly, there's a new model or new features are coming out. But it's working for Tesla, and they're still selling a lot of cars. Demand is high for the vehicle. And so what's going to happen in the next 2, 3, 4 years? Will they corner the market even more and make it even more difficult for the competition to even put a product out there that's competitive that people are willing to buy? I'm going to tell you just from experience. I've owned the Tesla, I own the Ioniq, I've owned several electric cars, guys. I drive a Porsche Taycan right now. Tesla does build a great vehicle. It just needs to be refined a little bit better, and they need to come up with more attractive looking cars for sure. Because when you look at a Taycan and a Model S, I think 9 out of 10 times most people are going to pick the Taycan just from looks. And when you drive a Taycan and you look at all the fit and finish in the car, you know, people are probably going to pick this car. Where it gets a little bit crazy is around the price. That's where you're going to lose a lot of customers when you're comparing a Porsche Taycan against the rest of Tesla, specifically the Model S. So again, know that there are people that are going to pick cars just based on looks, and even if it has less range and doesn't have the best infrastructure and doesn't have the best tech, people will still pick other EV cars just because there's not that many of them, and you're probably going to get better styling at times than, say, Tesla. So if I would say anything that is the Achilles heel for Tesla, is there's a lot of them out there, guys, and a lot of people are driving them. It's almost becoming like the Ford F-150 of the country. You sell so many of them that they're everywhere, which is not a bad thing, right? It's just, if you're looking for exclusivity and if you're looking for something unique, Tesla's not going to be that. So Tesla does need to come up with other cars, or they need to revamp their current model lineup and just change it up a bit. But besides that, that's about it that I could see that being, call it Tesla's Achilles heel. But a lot of people, guys, are just looking for transportation from point A to point B, and Tesla is the perfect choice. And as always, guys, I appreciate you guys watching. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Again, make sure you hit the thumbs up and turn on your notification. This was Car Connections. Peace.